The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Leverkusen.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here.
It's hard to overlook the presence of Tony Adams at the back here, Peter.
Yeah, well, he's dominant, isn't he, and uncompromising and courageous. Those are the sorts of words you always apply.
Oh, shooting chance!
Oh, crossbar! Mohamed Salah unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Turns back here, probably the best option. White. Vieira. Bayer Leverkusen finding their passes. Rijkaard. Totti. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. He's having a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Saka. Bayer Leverkusen still without a single shot on target. Barella. Fires it in low. Cleared without complication. And this is Mohamed, and the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Bullet. That's Vieira. White. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He's through and all alone! Can he finish? Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! There was to be only one outcome.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And it's Hullet. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Mohamed Salah. Barella is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now that looks a decent ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Not the most accurate pass. Rijkaard. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now it's Hullet. Now, can they get him away? Bastoni getting this one clear. That pass has been well intercepted.
There will be 1 minute added time.
It's a pretty loose pass. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Bayer Leverkusen are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Could be danger here. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Adams, pass somewhat off target. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Salah. And here's Totti.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. Shevchenko really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now it's Bellingham. An uncompromising challenge. And that has been clubbed away. Knocks it into space. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And this is Hullet. Mohamed Salah. Hullet. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Tries to play it through.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Elects to cross. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. It's run loose here.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And that has been cleared. Oh, good-looking ball. Great ball if he can get there. This is Shevchenko. And Shevchenko! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he's quick to get it clear again.
Bayer Leverkusen really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Mohamed Salah! And yes, it's there! Tying minutes, and we're all square again.
After 89
The movement
minutes is
so precise,
number
the
10.
finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what
And there goes the final whistle. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable.
Leverkusen against Portugal.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball, being almost as important as what he did at the back.
Forlan was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. White. Looking for the run. Spread neatly. Oh, nicely intercepted. Referee's given a throw. Bellingham. Can he get onto this? Oh, that's well spotted. And it's hoisted clear. Can he get it through? Costa Curta. Oh, it's come loose. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Owen. He's a shark of the ball here. That's going to go a long way. And that's been won straight back. Nice looking ball. That's been cut out, well played. And it's Owen. Now that looks a decent ball. It's Forlan! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Portugal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, what a climb! Oh, that's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these. Bayer Leverkusen are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Real chance! It's bounced back off the post. Vieira tries to pass it through. There's the shot! And they've got rid. White is looking to influence the game from out wide. Nicely weighted ball, good take. That's a decent clearance. Oh, what has happened here?
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bullet. Oh, that is shot a goal! Shevchenko! This guy is class! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And the first 45 minutes are up. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1.
Children's announcement. Would the father of a boy in a yellow T-shirt kindly make his way to the information
There's the whistle then
centre?
to start the second half.
Bayer Leverkusen clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And this is Forlan. Oh, important interception. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Forlan. Can he finish? And that is wildly off target.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Owen. Cole. Great vision.
Substitution for Leverkusen. Number 7, Bellingham.
Coming on to replace him is
Number 11, Batistuta.
Fernando Torres aimed beyond the defence. Adams attempts a clearance. And they're back on the ball again. Skims one in. Bayer Leverkusen still have the cards to affect this game. And he was alert to it. Saka. And that could set him on his way. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Leverkusen needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Bayer Leverkusen clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Right, Shevchenko. Saka. Maradona. And this is Raul. Raul unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Haaland. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. And here's Shevchenko.
There will be 1 minute
Saka.
added time.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And that is that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Shevchenko taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
Announce today's winning lottery numbers.
Your final thoughts, Jim?
It was a very good game, played in the right spirit with a fitting atmosphere, and I think football won this time.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Manchester United.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then.
Well, you know, Peter, the brains of this particular team's operation is Pep Guardiola, someone who can dictate the tempo, and his appreciation of the game is a step above most.
Yeah, he's a thinking man's footballer, isn't he?
Indeed, and I'm really looking forward to watching him.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Played into space. Played back in. It's come to nothing. Saka. Bullet. White. Vieira. Pedri. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Looking tidy in possession here. Pedri. Batistuta. Now it's Romario. Bastoni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pedri. Oh, super find. Bastoni cuts out the pass. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And here's Haaland. Great ball if he can get there.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
And he's heaved it away. Bullet constantly looking for the ball into the box. And it's Vieira. Soboslai does really well to win the ball there. And that's definitely not his best. Now it's Romario, looking for options for movement. Van Dijk. Szoboszlai. Threads one in, and this is Batistuta. Oh, shooting chance! That is decidedly lacking. Tries to pass it through, and he was quick to react. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well read, nice interception. Saka. Maldini. Soboslai getting this one clear. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And we have our very first corner. Terrific header!
There will be 1 minute added time.
White. And the half-time whistle goes. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half
Just a
brings.
quick reminder today, please refrain
So, views
from
on the first
parking
half?
outside
Well,
this
it's been
stadium.
nothing but
Thank you
frustration,
very much for
really,
your
Peter.
cooperation.
I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
It's a searching pass. Now that's well seen too. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Now it's Batistuta. He's a sharp little ball here. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. Saka. Saliba. Saka. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And claimed it back swiftly. Pass somewhat off target. Looking for the run. Oh, perfectly measured that. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now the breakaway. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Hullet. Shevchenko tries a shot. It's bounced back off the post. In by Saka. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal.
He's had a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Haaland actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Number 7, Bellingham.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Number 14, Messi.
There will be a throw-in. And he's there to get it away. It's run loose here. Not the most accurate pass.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Batistuta!
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And here's Batistuta.
Batistuta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He has found the way through. Now it's Haaland. Goes for a shot! He's missed, but not by that far. Haaland touches
There
it
will
back.
be 1 minute added time.
And Haaland! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And the whistle goes, so nearly a telling finale, but it ends 0-0. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Leverkusen.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway. Santos have gone with a 4-5-1, Jim.
Well, this setup, Peter, can be very defensive if that midfield is in place purely to form a protective layer in front of the back four. But it can also be the launch pad to very quick counter-attacks. If you can offer pace and accuracy on the front foot, it can have a devastating effect, actually, at the offensive end of the pitch too.
Good looking ball. And the pass is intercepted. Shevchenko, he's going for goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he's taking no chances there. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Hazard. No goals as yet. And it's Shevchenko. Bullet dominates aerially so often. Looking for the run. Now this could be a chance. And Shevchenko!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Vieira. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Cantona. Looking for options for movement. Oh, super ball! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Bellingham. And it's Hullet. Bayer Leverkusen looking to pass their way through. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Hullet. Hullet puts his foot on the gas. Picked out brilliantly. Bellingham! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! And it's Bayer Leverkusen who take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Bayer Leverkusen are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I'd remark...
Goes for a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Defending of the desperate variety. In with the challenge. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's found the way through. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And it's half-time here. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that.
He's having a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. He's got tall. Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Adams. Saliba. Aim forwards. And it's Hullet. Cafu. Lobbed in behind. It is a corner, good chance. So, third corner of the game. Van Dijk getting this one clear. A heavy challenge.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Cafu. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Looking to play... And the shot! It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Bayer Leverkusen are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. He's on it, can he get away? Haaland. Vieira. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great vision. Oh, played through for the wide man. Throw it. And the shot! Euphoria! Utopia! and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello, everybody,
The fans
and
have pulled out
welcome to
all the
today's
stops to
match.
make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're underway.
I think when it comes to pace and finishing of the highest order, there's someone down there who always stands out.
Yeah, no prizes for guessing.
It's Sheva, Andrei Shevchenko, poacher, predator and punisher.
Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's Bellingham. Here's a Haaland! Now, who's going to be first to this? Gabriel gets it clear. Now it's Haaland. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Bellingham.
Bayer Leverkusen would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Darwin. Now it's Haaland. First quarter of an hour gone. That's been slipped through, and that is expertly dealt with. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
There's the shot! Off the post! Oh no, this does not look good. And now they can clear their lines. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nicely weighted ball. Looking for the run. Bellingham gets into a good position. Terrific header! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Bayer Leverkusen are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Shapes to shoot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. He gets big! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Now it's Haaland. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Knocks it into space. Real chance! It's in! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Chance! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! And they're back in front! Oh, delicious, such devilish... And we've reached half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Bayer Leverkusen head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. And we're off again. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. And that's put paid to a promising move. And it's Bellingham. Hullet. Rice. That's a sharp pass. Saka. Now, can they get him away? It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And the finish! It's Forlan. Now it's Villa. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And they've got rid. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's gone for goal! Oh! Fantastic! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And this is getting better and better. And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Bayer Leverkusen take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Saka. And it's Hullet. He's through here. He's being urged to shoot. Takes a shot! Has another go! Oh, extraordinary.
Well, he certainly reacted quicker than anyone else, Peter. He just couldn't keep his composure in the end.
And this is Shevchenko. Gabriel was in no mood for any of that. But that has not gone well. Oh, it's a big chance! He should have put that one away.
Haaland really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Tries to play it through. Oh, this is a great... He's had a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Bayer Leverkusen have got it back and they'll have another go. Spread it left. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Saka. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Bellingham.
There will be 1 minute added
Oh,
time.
he's bustling through here. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And the referee brings it to a close. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
United against Leverkusen.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Italy is the country of great defenders, Peter, and this fella, Alessandro Bastoni, looks very much in line to be its latest representative. I mean, being an Italian defender, we all know he's very much from the school of no-nonsense, but I really like his technique, and again, he's one of these centre-backs or defenders who can get his head up and just pick out a wonderful pass, 40, 50, 60 yards.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game. And he shoots! Oh, it's hit the post! And now they can spring out of defence. Hakimi goes on a charge down the left. Can he get on the end of this? No, it's come to nothing. Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Face to face with the keeper. Takes a shot! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Out for a throw. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Rafinha, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Maldini cuts it out. Cafu. That's an imaginative pass. That ball looks a good one. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Nicely aimed pass. And he's taking no chances there. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. And a chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Shevchenko is offering a right smile there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Terrific header! Danger averted for now. Now that looks a decent ball. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. That's really well cleared. Akanji wins the duel this time. Bullet dominates aerially so often. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Bullet is behind this one. And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. Bullet! He went for the corner. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
2 added minutes has been
To stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Played into space, couldn't squeeze it through. And there's the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Hello, attendees.
Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them, the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Bayer Leverkusen are in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead.
Number 14.
If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Bayer Leverkusen really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
McKennie hurtling down that right flank. And it's Messi. Chance for a shot! And it's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Maldini, always a very imposing presence at the back. No way through. Now it's Rafinha. He's picked his way through. Closing in on goal. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Bayer Leverkusen present their opponents with the best possible chance here. This to complete the turnaround. The comeback is complete! Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 21. Alessandro Bastoni.
Manchester United
Number
are making a change
25.
now.
Rafinha.
Well, this is what we've been waiting
Coming
for.
on the field.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Vitinha, searching pass he's played there. That's good vision. That's been cut out, well played. Khan gets it away. Threads one in. Oh, it's onto this. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Substitution.
And smartly reclaimed. Pull it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hakimi goes on a run down the left wing. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now this... Haaland! It's a goal! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Number 19, Mbappe.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Bayer Leverkusen really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
For Manchester United, number 24.
Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go?
Pedri. 6 added minutes has been indicated.
Lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. Ball is over the line. And that's definitely not his best. Now, can they get him away? Cruyff receives it in a good position. And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Tries to play it through. Nice-looking ball. Schlotterbeck cuts out the pass. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The excitement
match.
already palpable.
Leverkusen against Barcelona.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here. So here is the master craftsman, the arch schemer, the distributor-in-chief, Andrea Pirlo.
And I imagine he's already thinking of ways to pull all the strings from that deep line position of his.
He's great, isn't he? The vision he has, the way he can see and measure everything in front of him.
Yeah, it's just fair to say that he's always that one step ahead of his opponents.
And Messi! Oh, he's been caught on it here! And another try!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He won't be happy with that one. Lovely pass, but Shevchenko! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay on side.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Pullet could try cutting inside here. He rises! And he has kept it out somehow!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now it's Busquets. He's through here. Now it's Messi. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Adams, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta, and a chance! Goal! Barcelona! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Barcelona have taken the lead.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Can he finish? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now they can spring out of defence. Looking for options for movement.
Bayer Leverkusen truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Fiore. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Saka tries to pass it through. He's in a great position here. Busquets. Messi. Now it's Batistuta. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Time.
And back it goes. And we hit half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Bayer Leverkusen really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Fiore. Messi. Vieira. Oh, it's a great ball here. Fiore. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now that's well seen too. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Oh, he's taken out, that'll be a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Adams. And it's Vieira. And it's Gullit. And this is Shevchenko. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Bayer Leverkusen really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Substitution for Leverkusen. Number 10, Gullit. Coming on the field is number
Played
23.
into space. No luck with that dink over the top. Cafu. Messi engages and forces him off the ball. A heavy challenge. Now it's Batistuta. Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Rice. Yamal. Always onto this. Taken back almost at once.
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And this is Batistuta. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Great ball if he can get there. He's got away. Big chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitution for Leverkusen. Number 24.
Bayer Leverkusen are making a change now.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And that has been clubbed away.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Quick announcement now. We would like to ask you all to
look back on the game then, Jim.
The match.
That's...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Park Ji-sung is being told in no uncertain terms that Bellingham! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Bale. And here's Haaland. Haaland! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Bale plays it short. It's run loose here. Pass somewhat off target. Played back in. Skims one in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. So we're still where we started right now. Costa Curta. Out towards the flank.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. It comes as little surprise, Peter, that we find the name of Park Ji-sung on this team sheet.
First name on the team sheet, you would think.
Yeah, and a player with a fantastic engine. I always think that every time you see him, he's just going to run himself into the ground. He'll give everything for the cause, and he always sets the tone for industry.
Costa Curta.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. It's gone for a throw-in. Now here's the delivery. Keeper's dealt with that. Rijkaard. Now it's Bale. Haaland could move up a gear here. Played into space. No, he's just misjudged that one. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. He's going for goal! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Park Ji-sung. Haaland. Short changes him with that pass. Gone behind for a goal kick. Gullit can be a real threat inside the box. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neither side giving way, it has been tight. And he's worked it through. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Bale. Good read, needed to be. Gullit, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's Park Ji-sung. Alexander-Arnold. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. An engrossing half, but we're still
And
where
just
we
a quick
started,
reminder today to
0-0.
please drink responsibly. Anyone appearing intoxicated or behaving in an inappropriate manner will be removed. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
And the second half gets underway. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Pullet will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Robertson. Pullet. Now that looks a decent ball. Good ball over the top. Big chance! One-on-one! And Pike gets rid without sophistication. White. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Strokes it back. Takes a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Bellingham. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's gone for goal! That's the throw. Park Ji-sung. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And Alexander-Arnold. And it's Shevchenko. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Haaland, big chance! Sticks it away! Just to pick me up the whole game needs! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Bayer Leverkusen are in front now, the game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Scholes. Now it's Bale.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
That has not gone well. Pullet! And Pullet! And that would have won it.
Pullet has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
And he gets rid in a hurry. White. Played into the middle.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that. Bayer Leverkusen surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. (1-0) as we head towards the end. Looking for options for movement. Now this could be a chance. That is great defending, so alert.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Park Ji-sung! Oh, that was no routine save.
Park Ji-sung really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Number 20.
All hands on deck for this
Coming
one.
on the field is number 8, Gulen.
Kukçu goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Hullet.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
He's had a shot! Oh, he hit that sweetly. Park Ji-sung. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. It's Bale! And the ball's come loose here.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
The message is simple, defend this with your lives.
Number 14. Desiree Doué. Substitution in
Bale
progress.
with the short one. Now the delivery. Whoa! Denied by an instinctive. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Bayer Leverkusen have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Haaland voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Fan club members who are celebrating their birthdays
How would you
today.
summarise what... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A clear
everybody,
night,
and
all
welcome
the
to
ingredients
today's
for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And as you can see, we've already started here. Decent progress down the left. Tries to play it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, important interception. Well, it's not very often that we single out the team's goalkeeper as their most influential player, but I suppose we can make a special exception for this fella, Iker Casillas, Jim.
No doubt about that, Peter. I mean, whether it's through making saves or just through his sheer presence, he has a huge influence on any team he plays in.
Leading from the back, as it were.
Exactly.
Bale. And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, easy pickings there. Robertson knocks it into space. No, that's been intercepted. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. No, it's come to nothing. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Can he latch on to this? Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, it dominates aerially so often. And it's White. White carries the ball down the right. Now the ball in.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Bale. And it's made its way to him. Bullet. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That pass has been well intercepted. Pinches it off him. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's really nicely played. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Tries to pass it through. Can he get it through? And he's Haaland! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Defending of the desperate variety. Haaland! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Park Ji-sung. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Maldini, by Leverkusen, looking to pass their way through. He's tried one! He's done very well to get to that.
Haaland is offering a wry smile there.
Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Oh, easy pickings there. White is looking to influence the game from out wide. Vieira. White. Haaland. Kukçu.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Referee's had a look and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Bayer Leverkusen are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Robertson. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He is through here. Bellingham! Let's a look and place it forward.
Bayer Leverkusen have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And here's Haaland. There's the shot! It's in! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Bastoni always on the lookout for any signs of danger. This ended up in no man's land. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
They get a throw in.
That's well played. He knew he had to mop that up.
Rijkaard is always looking to break lines, looking for the run. Not the most accurate pass. It's an inviting looking ball, that.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. It's a pretty loose pass.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Bellingham. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Bayer Leverkusen still ahead by the game's only goal. Oh, super find. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Bayer Leverkusen finding their passes. And it's Robertson. He's a sharp shot at goal! That was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Scores. Coming on to replace him is number 8. Gulen. Substitution in progress.
Costa Curta.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
I think we're just about done here. Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there.
There will be 1
It's
minute at a
Batistuta,
time.
and he was quick to react. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. And there goes the final whistle. Bayer Leverkusen have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Haaland voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Today to please take all that
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah, it was never a match that was going to blow us all away, Peter, but I felt the team did a lot right, especially that well-timed goal.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
good play position का
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A clear
everybody,
night,
and
all
welcome
the
to
ingredients
today's
for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great form. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. And there's an early warning shot across the bow. And here's Kochu. Kochu! And that wasn't far away.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Nicely weighted ball. And a chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Shoots! Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book.
Yeah, and I think the ref has just reminded him that he'd been warned earlier. Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And this is a great chance to take a lead. Bullet! He went for the corner. Well, you could make a case to say, Jim, that Park Ji-sung is the most successful Asian export ever.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Here's a chance! Decent enough try.
Kochu just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Cafu. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Bullet dominates aerially so often. And it's Vieira. Goes for a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Bayer Leverkusen have their second corner now. Rudiger attempts a clearance. Very nicely done. And he's had a hit! Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
He's got to have a go at this, and it looks straightforward.
Hullet! Ron Hullet! Beyond special! What a player! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And it's Bayer Leverkusen who take the lead. That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
He's There's a sharp little ball here. Haaland is onto this. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Haaland. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Shot, surely! Really well taken goal. They're level in a trice.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
One moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will stick.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Cafu. Haaland touches it back. Bellingham will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Wan-Bissaka. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Bale. Now it's Kukçu, and he's managed to get free. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's picked his way, he's going for goal! Oh, nearly. Vieira picks it up from the goal kick. Back into the middle, and that's a dangerous big chance! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! And they've got their lead back. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Bayer Leverkusen take the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And the half-time whistle goes. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Yeah, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Bayer Leverkusen are leading by one in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time.
Substitution on the field. Number 19, Costa Curta.
So off we go once more.
Scores. Coming on the field, number 13.
Ooh, delicate chip through. Wan-Bissaka calmly anticipates. Kukçu. Van der Vaart. That's a nicely shaped ball. Saliba. Bullet. And it's Bellingham. Cafu. Haaland.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And the pass is intercepted. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Rudiger promptly onto that, and that is that. And that has not gone well. It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely aimed pass. Now he's off and running. Robertson. Vieira. Bullet. Looking for the run. Oh, that's well spotted. Haaland. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, that's fabulous. Now the terrific header. Oh, should really have made more of that.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
And back to the keeper. Hernandez. Rijkaard. That could spell trouble. Passing is crisp and sharp. Not the most accurate pass. Bellingham. And it's Gullit. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Haaland. He shifted it to the flank. Cute ball now. How can he reach it? It's loose now and they want to get it back. Played in. Tries to get it clear. Rijkaard. Quality ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. Kukçu really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Wan-Bissaka. That's really well manoeuvred. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Takes a shot! Cafu with the clearance. That's a super give and go. He's on it. And the shot! It's in! 2 minutes, and we're all square again. Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Number 5, Gareth Bale.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which all goes well if this goes to extra time.
He's been bundled over. That is a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Substitution on the field. Number 6, Kukçu.
And this is the
Coming
big,
on the
big
field
chance.
is number
So
16,
who is the target
Rodri.
now? He's having a look at what's available. And Iker Casillas somehow saves it.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the
Has been
draw now.
indicated.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So a short respite for the players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes.
And we come to you now with a quick request for support for our charity fund, Chance in Football.
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Park Ji-sung.
So our quest to find the winner continues.
Number 8, Gullit.
Bayer Leverkusen pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? Looking for options for movement. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Played out wide. Cross into the box. Oh, it's come loose. Goulet. Rodri. Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, such a clever touch. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Haaland. Tries from distance. Wan-Bissaka. And the keeper's got it again. Casillas. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Messi. Extra time reaches half-time.
And just a quick reminder today to please...
Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it. And now for the final act. Gullit and Gullit! It's hit the upright. That's really well cleared. Van der Vaart. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Gullit! This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, well played, well played.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try.
And the keeper's given it away. Now that looks a decent ball. Robertson cuts it out. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Picks Batistuta! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. All the big boys are set for this. It's like Land of the Giants in there.
No, he didn't quite meet it right. And that is it. There will be penalties.
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
This opportunity to pay a visit to our official
It has
store
gone the full
where
distance
memorabilia from
and then
today's
some.
match are
It
now
will be
available.
decided by penalties. They could really do with scoring the first penalty. Saved! Keeper's done brilliantly.
Oh, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
Haaland is engaging in a bit of mind games before stepping up. It's in, too smart for the keeper.
Good penalty, completely wrong-footed the keeper.
It's too much. Messi will take their second. Oh, that is quite remarkable. The third man in the queue. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that. The way he was moving beforehand, very good save.
No! Denied remarkably!
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
He steps up to take the fourth penalty.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
Rice is the fourth man to step forward for them.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
Rijkaard is the last of 5 scheduled takers.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
So can he do it? Can he keep them alive? Oh, it's been saved! And that's it! So it has all ended in hurt. The team played their parts in a terrific struggle, admirably at times, but when it all mattered, they have fallen ever so slightly short.
Hello, everybody, and please join
commiserations,
me in wishing a
the definition
happy
of
wedding anniversary
penalty
for one of our
heartbreak,
fan club
and
members.
part of the game that we find irresistible. Total emotional despair for them.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me, and to wish you all
അവരുണ്ട് കളിക്കാനിന്ന്. Who is coming? Who is coming?
More decisiveness on the ball. Pace. Every right to be.
Messi will take their second. Oh, that is quite remarkable. The third man in the queue. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that. The way he was moving beforehand, very good save.
No! Denied remarkably!
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
He steps up to take the 4th penalty.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
Rice is the 4th man to step forward for them. Rice is the 4th man to step forward for them. Rice is the 4th man to step forward for them. Rice is the 4th man to step forward for them. Rice is the 4th man to step forward for them. Rice is the 4th man to step forward for them. Rice is the 4th man to step forward for them. Rice is the 4th man to step forward for them. Rice is the 4th man to step forward for them. Rice is the 4th man to step forward for them. Rice is the 4th man to step forward for them.
ഹലോ, കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ? ഹലോ,
remarkable. Rice.
ഹലോ 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 ആരെങ്കിലും ഒന്ന് റിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തോ? സൗണ്ട് കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. Hello, hello. Hello.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise
Hello,
of a
everybody,
match that
and
will
welcome
really
to
get the
today's
juices
match.
flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The action has already started. Real chance! Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Rijkaard gets his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position. Bullet! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
A proven leader, a proven winner, and a talisman for both club and country, Peter.
Yeah, Gareth Bale is certainly all of those things.
You could almost say he's the perfect attacker, easily one of the fastest players around. And remember all that beautiful technical football that was done at speed, because he always had that pace in his game. And remember his aerial strength too. He was very, very good heading a football.
Alexander-Arnold providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, super find. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encourage the...
There could be trouble here. Shevchenko! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Shevchenko really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Crosses it in. Up he goes! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Rudiger. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. And here's Bale.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's in a great position here. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Bayer Leverkusen present their opponents with the best possible chance here. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. This for the lead. That is some save from Khan. That has drawn gasps of disbelief.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
Swings in across. And that's the keeper's ball. Bayer Leverkusen have the chance to go the other way. Maldini is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. And it's Bellingham. Rijkaard did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Cafu. Rijkaard. And here's Haaland.
There will
Park
be
Ji-sung.
one more added time.
Khan claims comfortably. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How would you review the first half?
And
Well,
now,
I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Bayer Leverkusen clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Tries to play it through. He is through here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, nicely intercepted. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Kukçu really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Rudiger. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, that was vital. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. A great chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Number 7,
Corner
Bellingham.
number 2 then.
Coming on to replace him is number 14, Messi.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Referee has taken his time, but it is going to be another corner. So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. Hernandez. Oh, what a climb! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And here's Haaland. Now it's Kukçu, out towards the flank. In with the challenge.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Can he finish? He scores! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Bayer Leverkusen are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Coming on the field is
So we have our
number
breakthrough.
20,
Well, it's great commitment on show here.
Substitution.
They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Driving forward. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Number 11, Batistuta.
Bayer Leverkusen
Substitution in
close
progress.
now to seeing this one through to the end. Knocks it into
Added
space.
minute has been indicated.
Real chance here. Now the delivery. Oh, can he finish? He's got a goal! goal! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there is...
Shot a goal! Oh no, it's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone, it's truly...
And that will be it. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
Hello attendees, this
And
is
after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it was engaging, if not an edge of your seat counter, and important.
Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Okay, bro.